Can you imagine over 2,000 persons in the JCF are tertiary qualified, ranging from associate to PhD doctorate degree, but yet still Anju only made a move to put a Dennis Strong at the FID, who has no history of law enforcement background.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Rana Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
See for yourself.
Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, the labor rights minions are having a fit over a young lady in the constituency of St. Catherine who did not shake Anju Oles's hand. As well as the Commissioner of Police boasts of the high number of tertiary JCF qualified officers to tackle crime. And part 2 of the People's National Party Rescue Jamaica from Corruption. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, kicking off the first segment, ABR family, a resident of a St. Catherine constituency where Damian Crawford, the People's National Party candidate, will represent, was basically out while the Prime Minister and Damian Crawford toured a section of the constituency and was basically letting him know that an area where she resides needs water, amongst other things that, should have been done under this 9-year, almost 10-year tenure government. And so the lady dealt with it in a mannerable way, but refused to shake Anju Oles's hand. And the labor rights are having a fit over it. Some are even arguing that the lady must be punished severely by being put behind bars for 6 months. And I'm saying to myself, are those people sensible to be suggesting that the lady be punished for not wanting to shake Anju Oles's hand? But may I make you see the video and then we'll come back to something very important.
Community. What's the name of the
On the Google map, it's Sterling Castle, but we are popularly known as Charlemont Farm.
Well, listen, thank you for bringing it to my attention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But did they really forget that it was the same Prime Minister who compared the People's National Party and their supporters like dogs chasing a car?
Watch me now. The history of the PNP and power would be analogous to you ever ride your bicycle or you drive a car and you see a dog just run out of the yard and run after the car. And when the car stops, the dog just stop and look on it. The history of the PNP and power, their power-seeking behavior, is like a dog chasing a car. And when they catch the car, they don't know what to do with it.
So shouldn't the Prime Minister be, charged or sentenced for disrespecting the people of Jamaica when he compared them to a dog and made such a derogatory statement? Might I add to it was the same Prime Minister, Anju Oles, who did not shake the hand of the political ombudsman who was also the head of the Peace Management Initiative back in 2006. He was reprimanded by the then Jamaica Labour Party leader and government, Bruce Golding, who ordered him to apologize, to which he did at a later date. And the bishop did not even, know if his apology was coming from a sincere place. And so the bishop says, I am always weary of enforced apologies. And the leader of the JLP, Bruce Golding, having publicly stated that he would insist that the young member of parliament apologize, it is hard to determine whether the heretical Anju has genuinely recanted or is simply complying with an order in order to save his political, hand from a hiding. Anju mounted a powerful case for not endorsing the bishop's peace march in his constituency, accused the PMI of hypocrisy and said it was supporting politicians of questionable character. Holness said several regulations set out in the political code of conduct had been breached and all the double standards set by entities like the Bishop Blair-led PMI was leading him to contemplate resigning from active politics. No, but through the whole heap of money sweet him never resign from active politics. And so the man has gotten 10 times richer, right? He is of questionable character, just like what he described back in 2006. He is the only prime minister in the history of Jamaica who has not been certified for almost 4 years now. He is the only prime minister in the history of Jamaica who is said to be under investigation for illicit enrichment, according to the Integrity Commission's report, and is the only prime minister who has taken an anti-corruption body to the courts. So what double standard is this man really speaking about? I am figure prison. Why are you not going to make Anju Holness go to prison? Because he is of questionable character and he should not be on our ballot any at all leading up to this general election. Now, the Commissioner of Police spoke out at the JCF's Distinguished Mensa lecture, and he basically stated that transformation has taken place in the JCF, where he said that JCF can now boast an impressive 2,000 officers with tertiary qualifications, making it one of the most intellectually equipped law enforcement agencies in the region. He quoted, "We have over 2,000 persons with tertiary qualified degrees ranging from associate to PhD doctorate degree, and we have 10 members who hold doctorate degrees, and all of them in disciplines relevant to policing, that we can take advantage of in dealing with this complex situation we have called crime and violence." He emphasized that effective policing requires immense brain power, particularly in the area of behavioral science. Policing is about dealing with people's behavior as well as managing people's behavior, and there are very few aspects of science that is more complex than the behavior of people. Can you imagine over 2,000 persons in the JCF are tertiary qualified, ranging from associate to PhD doctorate degree, but yet still Anju Holness made a move to put a Dennis Strong at the FID, who has no history of law enforcement background, where it is said that the criteria is that the person should have 12 years experience in law enforcement, with 5 of those being at a senior level. And so it continues to plague the minds of our people. Why did he make such a move in such a critical time as this, on the eve of a general election, knowing that he was referred by the Integrity Commission to the FID and TAJ for deeper investigation into his finances. Nevertheless, Jamaica, part 2 of the People's National Party Rescue Jamaica from Corruption will take place in the Old Harbour area on Wednesday, June 11, 2025 at 8 a.m. Make it a date and don't be late. The first one at Eros Circle was a great turnout. The people understood the assignment. The people are tired of the corruption that's plaguing under this administration that's been plaguing our country, a small island such as Jamaica, and the people are heading out in the Old Harbour area. We will continue to take it to the streets until Dennis recruits himself from such an appointment, with him making public utterance on the side of the Prime Minister. ABR family and viewers, what says you? Drop on the comments in the comment section with me, you wanna say. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K. Get this video to at least 10,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Monday.